Hey everybody, welcome to the Scentatar Fragrance channel. Thank you for being here today. You've come to the right place for fragrance reviews, fragrance news, and so much more. So let's jump into this review of Byredo's Black Saffron. But before we do, let's talk about Byredo, the brand. So Byredo, if you don't know about them, they're a niche brand, they're a niche house, and they produce fragrances that are usually kind of soft. They don't project too heavily, but they're very inoffensive. They're very appealing to, I think, a lot of people. Very easy to wear fragrances. So today we're going to be exploring one of those fragrances, one that just about anybody can wear in any occasion, but it still has a little bit of character, but it doesn't go so far that it's challenging or people might dislike it. So I think that's a wonderful thing. I think it has a place in the niche world. Now, I know a lot of niche heads, including myself, like fragrances with a lot of character, but this brand I still think needs a little bit of attention. I think people still need to talk about it and review their fragrances. So I know Balderfreak gets all the love, but today we're going to be talking about Black Saffron. So I have my little sample here, and I have tested this on my skin, worn it around people, and gotten my opinion about it. So let's talk about the scent, the projection longevity, the complement factor, and the price. So this fragrance is going to be a different fragrance, especially if you've never smelled niche or those kinds of fragrances. This fragrance is going to be different, but if you're a niche head and you know all about fragrances, this fragrance isn't going to be way out there or challenging or perhaps very interesting to you. This fragrance is different though. It's called Black Saffron, and I have to say saffron is one of my most favorite notes. It's kind of like a spice. It's very uplifting, very fancy, almost like a golden type of smell. It can leave some elegance to a fragrance, or it can make the fragrance smell a little bit sultry and a little bit provocative. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on in this fragrance. With a name like Black Saffron, with the black aspect, I was kind of expecting a fragrance that was dark. And I didn't get that really. I got a dry, kind of almost like a nutmeg feel for the most part of the fragrance. I did get the saffron, but it's more of a supporting note than a major note in this fragrance. So it's a little bit dry, but it's a tiny bit sweet. It's soft, not powdery per se, but it's definitely unisex. It's definitely easy to wear. When I said it was a tiny bit sweet, it's not a sweet fragrance. It just tames a little bit of that bitterness or perhaps sourness that this fragrance has. So this fragrance comes off to other people, complement factor wise, very nice. It's almost got like a musky profile to it, but it doesn't smell musky. That saffron definitely is doing its own thing. It could be provocative to some people, but the fragrance overall still smells clean. I don't know why it's called Black Saffron per se. I don't feel like this is a noir version. I don't feel like there's smokiness here. I don't feel like there's, tonka or, anything dark or deep particularly. It does have that feel that some fragrances have that are almost coffee-like, but it doesn't smell like coffee in any way. So this fragrance overall is kind of an enigma. It's really hard to describe. It's really hard to try to tell you about how this fragrance smells. But again, the closest thing it might smell to you is the nutmeg, if you were to take away the woody aspect and any of the freshness. So it's a very interesting fragrance. If you do like fragrances like Givenchy Play or Play Intense, those kind of fragrances, or if you do like, dark, mysterious cardamom, like in La Nuit de l'Homme or CH Men Privé, it doesn't smell spicy, but it almost has that kind of soft, well-rounded nature, a little bit of that almost like a dark nature that those fragrances have. So I hope I did justice to explaining this fragrance. Other people, haven't given me compliments and I haven't been chased down, to be honest, but I could tell that it left a good impression. I could tell that people were really impressed by the smell. Now, projection longevity wise, this fragrance, even though it only projects about arm's length, elbow's length even, this fragrance still gets noticed. It's a distinctive smell, and I love when a fragrance is unique and different, and it helps it to get noticed a little bit more. And longevity wise, Byredos aren't the best on my skin. I get 5 hours, 4 to 6 perhaps. So this fragrance isn't the best performer overall, but it's still a good fragrance. It still does the job. And for something that's inoffensive yet, kind of unique, I do think Byredo and Black Saffron do a really good job. So if this sounds interesting to you at all, kind of a mysterious fragrance, a unisex fragrance, a soft fragrance, I encourage you to get your nose on it and try it out. I would love to, meet somebody who loves this fragrance and perhaps it's their signature scent. I would think they're a very interesting person for sure. So this has been my review of, Byredo's Black Saffron. For me personally, I have, Siegmund Privé, Ferragamo F Black. I also have Carlin Men of Blame that has a similar feel overall to this fragrance. So I don't know if I'll reach for this one. There's an awful lot of other dark, musk-like fragrances that I think I might be more interested in. But if I ever found a steal of a price on this one, I'd probably sweep it up. So that's been my review. That's been my thoughts. If you've stuck around to the end of this review, I think you like my content. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Even share the video. And if you really like to, stay up to date, hit that little notification bell below to get notified of my, videos Tuesdays, Thursdays, and even more regularly, as much as I can for you guys and gals. So thank y'all for being here. I hope that you've liked my thoughts. Let me know if you've smelled this fragrance. Let me know if you have any opinions about Byredo, if they're, not unique enough, if niche, should be, hard to love or, avant-garde. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear them. Let's get a conversation started below. And I'll see y'all next time, as always. And don't forget to wear what you love. And this has been the Scent Fragrance Channel. I'll see ya. Bye.